one gets ready, takes a bite.
Hey guys, Mario Fangirl 93 here.
In secret.
And today we're actually gonna talk about there's actually one more thing that we talked about in the relationship thing. Remember that we discussed about things we not supposed to do in relationships and Matt's opinions about relationships back in October through November.
I know it's been covered to death, but we're going to do why my relationship sucks.
Especially since that Matt talks about Nikki, which I know it's been talked. Yeah, like I said in a second, because Nikki's pretty much old news, which she's the attention of it. Get
the hell out of my life! Who needs you? I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean that.
Nikki's definitely attention of that, which is back in 2011 through 2014. I think the topic of that because she's just wouldn't leave you alone.
Yes.
Until 2015
I wish I was stuck like tablets like Steve-O, Elise, or Bam Margera. I wish I was stuck by tablets like Steve-O. But no, I was stuck by ex-girlfriends.
And
that would have been pretty badass if I was stuck by tabloids.
But that didn't, but I'm glad she finally gave up on you, which is until like 2015 when she started dating Michael Bauer, which she's like, oh my god, and the current Nikki, my god, she was fat.
Fat, lying sack of shit.
And that tells me she'll never change.
Yes.
Lose some goddamn weight, girl.
Nikki needs to lose some fucking weight.
Exactly.
It's not going to McDonald's or the Sizzler and eating so much and get more and more fat.
Yeah, before Matt explains why Nikki sucks as a girlfriend, like there's things that the reason why I brought this video up, because I know both Nikki and April are bad, but basically I had to choose one, which one's the worst girlfriend. So the topic of the video is worst girlfriend versus best girlfriend.
Yes.
So we'll start. So first we'll start with Nikki, since he started with Nikki before he dated April. That was a long time ago.
Yes.
So why Nikki sucks as a girlfriend?
Well, there was times where Nikki just wouldn't let me visit family when I went to when I had to go to Colorado to go with my uncle to visit family, and she just wouldn't let me go to Colorado.
Oh my god, that tells me...
Well, I don't know if I told you, Sam, but I have this lovely graduation that I'm invited to in Colorado in Red Rocks.
Oh, that's
And,
nice.
it's held in Red Rocks, and I have a lovely graduation that I'm invited to, so I will only be gone for one day.
Oh, just for one day?
Yes.
And the way...
Wouldn't actual graduation stuff actually take a week or a month? You wouldn't expect my program to be cooped up in the program without me. And just saying, where the hell is Matt today?
And about Nikki, what she says about, she wouldn't allow you to go with families, that tells me she's very controlling.
Yes.
Kids, is there examples why Nikki is controlling?
Yes, there's a lot of examples. She has a lot of possessive. She can be a little possessive.
Oh god.
In the words of Star versus the Forces of Evil, she can be a little possessive.
And her face matches her personality, because
she has a fat face.
She wasn't really that attractive.
Yes.
And I couldn't
Except
agree
for
more.
my missing tooth.
You're still cute.
Yeah.
Even though you're still a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that part of that is considered an abusive relationship, is Nikki.
Yes.
God, she was that bad. And another thing with Nikki, she's demanding too.
True.
Any examples of Nikki who's very demanding?
She was very demanding with with some time, she was very demanding where I had to call her at a certain time.
Oh my god. Why would she say that to you? That's just not okay. I mean,
And she would get on the call with my dad.
she wants to be involved with. That's real. I'm sorry, but that's really none of her business.
Yes.
Oh my god. I mean, this is considered privacy when it's just between you and your dad. There's no reason for her to be involved in this.
Yes.
None of her fucking business.
Like if I have plans, like if my half sister knows on my Spotify that there's plans for something.
Yeah. I do feel
What the
sorry
heck is a
for you.
flux capacitor?
My god. And I know the example of how demanding Nikki is. Like that was before Christmas. I think this is official breakup, or I think it's you could call Nikki as your girlfriend, because I think it's a temporary breakup. I think it's before you dumped her immediately. Like that
Yes.
she wants a diamond ring, which is stupid
Jesus
of her.
Christ. How the fuck am I supposed to afford this shit?
There is
How the fuck am I supposed to afford this shit?
exactly. There is no way you
I
can
don't want to
afford.
get a job at 19. I should be doing boyish stuff like catching fireflies or baseball.
That back then, that's something that you realize.
And she walked away during a ball game to just play on the swings.
Oh my god.
It was a family ball game. I guess it was a rare event because I don't really play much sports.
Oh, are there some things that Nikki's okay with you doing stuff? We're like hanging out with friends.
I don't know if I told you this, Sam, but I used to play football, but I used to play baseball in high school, and I used to play baseball in high school, and at one point I win a gold medal for track.
No, actually, you actually haven't told me about this, but that's just really cool, actually.
Yes, I guess it was a rare event because I don't really play much sports, and there's no way my mom and I would ever celebrate any of this.
And my god, and the videos that you record when Nikki was in is back in 2011.
I guess I'm a lot fast. I guess you should go, Matt. You're faster.
And I forgot to ask you guys, what were you guys doing when Nikki visits you?
Make a video and then I had to feed her and then go prom shopping.
And isn't prom shopping only meant to be when you says separated?
Yeah.
Because trying on dresses had to be I only go prop shopping when I go with my mom.
Except for when
And meet each other in the house we're taking to a prom.
she had this pants that my crotch was like over my ankles. My crotch was like this.
All the way up there?
Yeah.
Wow.
My pants was like.
And that dress and the prom dress that I saw.
I would slap her with a restraining order now that I'm an adult. A restraining order.
And I forgot to ask you guys, did you actually before you started a relationship with Nikki, do you actually ask her or she ask you to be in a relationship?
I think she asked me.
Because if you actually ask her, you probably felt embarrassed and ashamed of yourself for dating.
Yes.
Because, oh my god, that was a.
Well, the reason where we met is a school dance.
That was when we first met. Yeah.
Yeah.
That back then when she used to be good until in a relationship things are getting bad.
Yes.
Oh, that was just bad. So this is an example of, oh yeah, and then when you visit Nikki's house, how does her room look? Was her
Like
room
shit,
clean?
it looks it looks like she's on welfare because it has Nikki's room looks like she's on welfare because it has pictures of Bruce Lee and some flames thing and skulls. It looks like she's on welfare and she got those posters in Walmart.
That looks like, yeah, she's tries to be God, which she still claims to be God even today, which she's not. I have an Abbey
Road poster and an Arcade album in my room.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that tells me she's too lazy to clean up her room. Did she even clean up her room?
Yeah, except for when one of the days I went to the guitar shop and bought a Defector pedal, my aunt said, "It's a man saying that you're buying parts for your guitar."
Yeah.
And there's a little story I like to tell. I think April spied on my guitar pedal video.
Oh, is she?
I think April spied on my pedal.
Yeah, so before we get to April next,
she'll probably break into my house and destroy it and shit.
Which if I knew her at that time, I would yell at her and be pissed off at her.
No, that was a joke. That was from Marvelous Misadventures of Ladybug.
Oh yeah, so that's where you got it from.
Yes, I don't want her rummaging in my room, to be honest.
And when
temporarily until I get an apartment, but that's a whole nother story.
And one last thing about Nikki, and when you dumped her, how does she feel about that?
She felt really sad. And probably she gained all her weight back.
And that tells me she doesn't take care of herself, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she
except for me, when I buy a lot of shit, that was the only time I feel depressed, when I buy a lot of shit. Retail therapy always helps.
And and how long did it happen, when she wanted to get back together, with you?
In 2014.
Until that, through 2012, 2013, and all that?
Yes.
That's years that she refuses to give up on you.
Yes.
She seriously needs to give up on you, but that was a long time ago, but she did finally give up on you when she found Michael, her new boyfriend.
True.
And
except for when I was in my cousin's, except for when I used to do Independence in my aunt's house when I was younger.
And was she acting like a spoiled little brat and she's crying? She's crying and screaming when she where she begs when she gets back to you?
I remember I have a scary story to share. Okay, so in 2014 I was walking my aunt's dog and a car ran over my aunt's dog when she tried to chase it, and they were doing this to me. So I actually punched the car, and then they drove away.
Oh my god.
And I feel like I slapped the bumper.
Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah,
I used to be really cool. I used to be a badass independent person back then.
Yeah.
I was really cool back then.
It's really, definitely cool.
I was really cool back then.
Yeah, so that's just sad when Nikki just, what she's doing and called you many times, when she wants to get back in. She's throwing tantrums like crazy.
Yes. And I don't think I ever saw that car ever again that ran over my aunt's dog.
So yeah, that part of when you used to date Nikki back in 2011, my god, that's an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
I'm glad you dumped her.
I don't mean to scare you, Sam. I apologize for that video, for that comment, for that last story.
No, it's okay.
I don't mean to scare you. I apologize.
Oh, it's alright. It's okay, baby.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that I understand this. So yeah, this is definitely it's definitely bad when Matt used to date Nikki. Okay, so now we're done with Nikki right now. Now we'll just go for one worst one girlfriend that he used to date is April.
Yes.
Which is back in 2013 through 2015.
Yes.
So, why is April
I
bad?
remember it was also a day that my half-sister got married to a girl. I have nothing against gay marriages, though. Good for her.
Oh, it's nice that she's married, but yeah. Anyway, why is April bad?
I think April just wouldn't let me have my own independence.
Really now?
Yes.
This is why I facepalmed like this, because there are most times that April can be dumb.
And she didn't let me listen to whatever I want. And you have to listen to pop, or you have to listen to TLC. I like TLC. Don't go chase
That's because it's the 90s compared to today's music.
Yes, I should eventually insert that video. When I was at your house today, that cover on TLC reminds me to download the song You Do and You Do What You Want, the song that goes No More Baby Gonna Do Right.
Yeah. Do you know which music, pop artists that April's listening to?
What?
No, I was asking.
I don't know.
That tells me when I just looked, in her likes says Harry Styles in it. That tells me she's likes One Direction, which I hate this band.
One Direction sucks. They will never be as good as Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
And Paul McCartney is a lot better because Paul McCartney said, and I quote, "Yeah, you guys are nuts." But he was just being respectful. But really, he just went, "Yeah, you guys are nuts."
Exactly. And that tells me, she's got to realize that the Beatles are definitely way better than One Direction. If these kids of today saying One Direction's better than the Beatles, then I strongly disagree with what they said there, especially April. So, fuck One Direction.
Yes, fuck them. Fuck them. They can suck their mom's dick.
And I'm glad they already broke up like 3 years ago now.
I'm not upset.
No.
Say hi to Lauren Foss for me, you fat bastard, all the One Direction fans. Yeah. Say hi to Lauren Foss for me, One Direction fans, you fat bastard.
Anyway,
Excuse me while I light up the old laptop book. Excuse me while I light up the old top book and clean up the old browser.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. This one thing that that seems like April. That seems like she has a serious problem listening to people.
Yes.
And I forgot to say in the video, there's a problem with April. She absolutely has a lack of common sense.
Yes. Because after a while, I guess I was sick of 2014 music. So when I got into Wave, I listened to a punk rock band called Pop.
Yeah, and I remember you introduced me to this band, and I actually loved it already. I mean, I do love both classic punk rock and new punk rock. They're both good.
Yes.
They're awesome. And also, did I remember that, any examples of April not listening to people?
Yes. Well, once she said, I wanted to go off on my own, so she followed me up the stairs and fell down on the escalator.
And was this happening in the Smith Haven Mall?
It happened in the Smith Haven Mall.
Which was...
And Colleen told me to, go into the mall. Go into the mall.
Was she really that stupid, April?
Yes.
She has crutches and she cannot use she cannot climb the stairs.
She cannot climb the stairs! Fucksaurus!
I didn't mean to be mean, but I'm glad I don't use crutches because I definitely can walk very well and I can climb up.
I can walk just fine, and I don't need a robotic arm like Disney's Treasure Planet. Robotic leg, sorry.
And I know Colleen wants you to walk by yourself. And did Colleen tells April to not to follow you?
She did. And after that, I think I went home and just went, so how do you feel, man? I just went, so how do you feel, man? Like a peanut shell?
Oh my god, how would you feel when April followed you?
Pretty bad.
That really isn't your fault there because you wanted to.
It feels like I'm not much of a person. My
God, why is she doing that? And when you want to walk by yourself, was it in a Cheesecake Factory of TGI Fridays or
Cheesecake of TGI Fridays?
When is that? When happened? When April kept following you?
No, that was in the Barnes and Noble.
Oh,
Borders. No, wait, Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, you got it. It's Barnes and Noble, right? Yeah, that mall that we've been there like many times, but yeah, that is why that is.
I
so
think it's
dumb
my favorite. I think it's my favorite because my cousin and my aunt used to go there, but that's a whole nother story.
And did you also tell April not to follow you?
Yes.
And that tells. And what did she do? She ignored you and Colleen and decided to follow you. So she decided that she's not listening to you.
Yes.
Guys, which is a serious problem with the relationship. Like,
yes.
You know, that tells me that April either don't want to listen, refuse to listen, or rather listen to herself.
I guess I didn't really listen to her if I wanted to listen to Slayer or Megadeth or Paul McCartney.
And when you listen to certain heavy metal music and
or
rock,
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. When you listen to any rock music or heavy metal music, did April say something about it?
Yes.
What did she say?
She said that your music sucks.
Fuck you, April.
No, you get to cram the Justin Bieber far up your ass, then you'll be bleeding out of your uterus. Okay.
Yeah. You what? Shut the fuck up, April. That's Matt's choice that he wants music, listen to music whatever he wants, and that's really not.
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly, because it's really none of your business to say, what she says, your music sucks. That's also none of her business when she says that.
I think I listened to Guitar Wolf at one point. Wow.
Yeah.
You never heard of Guitar Wolf, Sam? It's from they mentioned it in Black Laguna Shipping Company, which is an anime about pirates, like the Somali pirates, basically.
Yeah. Oh.
Remember those guys?
Yeah. So that's just really bad what April did, and oh yeah. What else? What else is What else that you don't like about April?
Well, she's very controlling, and at one point she said, and I quotes on Valentine's Day when I went to Rock of Ages, and I had to call her tonight when I was going to the David Letterman show.
That tells me, I think, we got another ex-girlfriend who is also like another Nikki. April started to be like another Nikki.
Where I had to call her at a certain time, and if I'm not there, she would either text me or said, "Where are you?" Or said, "Call me in 5 minutes," or keep on IMing on Facebook.
Did she even look at the pictures that you posted where you were?
No.
That tells me she's too lazy to look at it before she said something.
Except for when I went to see Eddie Izzard and my sister was worried about me and sending out a search party. I didn't understand that at all, to be honest.
And
I didn't understand that at all, to be honest. Then my half sister Megan was out sending out a search party when I was in Eddie Izzard and thought I wasn't safe.
Really? And another thing, she doesn't.
I said I didn't understand that at all because nobody was mosh pitting, just them in front of a mic telling some jokes.
Yeah, and I know it's very mean and selfish, which there's examples of how mean and selfish of April, like
shit on a motherfucking stick.
And you remember the cute panda one that oh yeah, the picture is right over there.
That picture? Is it because the panda is Asian? Are you being racist?
Was she really, like, when she first off she liked this and then a few days later she says I don't like this. I'm sorry, that is totally uncalled for and it's not cool.
Self-entitled brat! April is a self-entitled brat.
Yeah, that's just totally low, what she did. Like, that is just that is just rude and disrespectful.
Yes.
It's so not cool. When she said, I don't like this, how would you feel about that?
I hate that.
Does that make you cry or something?
Yes. And it makes me cry a little bit. Like I've been, like seeing my dad died. Because I love my dad.
Your grandfather, I think it's, don't you mean your grandfather when you...
No, I meant like my dad.
Oh, but I know your dad is still alive.
I know, I was making a point of reference.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just so sad, you know.
Yes.
That's totally heartbroken for you, what you did. That tells you that really...
That's unforgivable, bitch.
That's totally unforgivable, and that is like... If it was... I know it was back in 2014, or even like, if it's like this, like, I know it's like this exists in 2015 because when people do like videos when it's like when they give them a warning or you're out, like if it's a warning that would just, you know, I would get April a yellow card for a warning.
Sam, I remembered what I used to listen to. Guitar Wolf, Chuck Berry, and I think at one point it was Jimi Hendrix and a band from Sub Pop. I forgot their name.
Oh, yeah.
I remember what I used to listen to there.
And how would you feel when April hates your guitar playing?
It makes me sad because my mom spent hundreds of dollars on that guitar playing, which I looked at the bill when we were going for my expenses for an apartment, and did April get a thank you for all my services as a guitar player? No, she didn't. And she never met my guitar teacher.
What a fucking bitch. That is just so unforgivable what she did. And whenever she says something in there what's totally unforgivable, does she even apologize to you or giving you one plain sorry?
No! What were they thinking? They weren't thinking at all.
So, she didn't give you a one plain sorry?
No.
You know, what she did, this is for her.
Yes. And I had to, and one time my former program was late and was late taking me back. And I had to practice really hurry because my grandma was taking me and she's never been late before, but we'll get to that later. and I had to call her, I had to FaceTime her at a certain time, and I'm too busy playing guitar. And she's like, "Oh, you play guitar?"
Oh, April.
Yes.
Yeah, there's actually done with yeah, I'm sorry for wasting time for this part so we talked about it. So before we get to the best about basically with the best girlfriend for me, so this is a tough choice what's going on with April and Nikki. Like, To me, I would pick that. I would think that April is worse than Nikki.
Yes.
So I would award Nikki the worst girlfriend ever.
Yes.
So she definitely considered that. But yeah, but Nikki's still part of the bad girlfriend. But I think I would put April, on the number one worst girlfriend.
Yes.
Now we'll just get to basically go for the good parts. But best girlfriend.
Yes.
And you know who's the best girlfriend?
When me and my mom were slacking off trying to get beef Wellington, you didn't yell at me, Sam, and saying, "Where are you?" I say, "That's what you were doing today?"
Well, I would never do that.
You're going to say that's what you were doing today?
So that's what you're doing today?
Yes, I was getting beef Wellington for Easter.
And
And yes, we can make beef Wellington.
Oh yeah, beef Wellington's fine. It's good. And anyway, the best girlfriend, and it's.
Oh God, I think my blood sugar is rising. You remember to take your blood sugar pills?
Well.
Thank you.
Okay, so on to this topic. So, what do you like about me?
Well, you're really considerate, and you're not going to freak out when I'm missing. When I'm just going to get beef. When I'm just going to Stop and Shop to buy beef Wellington.
Well, it's good to have it as a tradition, because it's Easter. Gotta have something special.
Yes. Which I don't really remember eating that before. I guess I was never born in Great Britain because I was always American, even though I look English, but I'm actually from New York.
I know the beef Wellingtons I've heard of. I remember in Hell's Kitchen. I've heard about it, and
yes, it was actually from that episode of MasterChef where a bunch of kids are doing it. That's nice.
Yeah.
If a bunch of little kids can do it, I bet you can, Sigrif.
Yeah.
I say it's a man thing.
It's a man thing. And what else? Why I'm better than April and Nikki.
Well, you're a lot more understanding and less controlling, and it is okay, and will be okay when I visit family.
And I did the best.
Sorry if I forgot to tell you with my uncle inviting me to a graduation.
And I can see why a lot of people like me, because I did, because I'm know what I'm doing. And oh yeah, there's another thing, that I forgot to say, like in the topic, actually from between that and me, I can handle criticism very well.
Yes.
And that tells me that your ex-girlfriends, because their personalities, that tells me they can't handle criticism.
Yes.
And they don't want to admit that. Do they even don't want to admit that they do something wrong?
Yes, they don't want to admit that.
And that tells me how butthurt they really are.
Yes, they have a huge stick up their ass.
Yeah, because they need to,
They have a huge stick up their boobs.
And they gotta realize criticism, and we know criticism is to help people improve. It's not when, it's not, criticism is not bullying. That tells you it comes from when people has problems.
Yes.
Anyway, that's the best way to handle criticism. And what else about me? I'm definitely understanding you very well, because I'm glad you told me about this, because because I want to get to support you, and I can do the best for you.
Yes, but the reason why it took so long getting here is because first I bought my own groceries, then I decided to buy beef Wellington, and then I was late for you.
Yeah, and I know it's I know we got started on a relationship, and
due to legal reasons, I can't tell you why I was buying my own groceries.
I mean, I understand, because that we have, got family going on for holiday traditions.
Yes, because my mom says you should never share banking information on the internet.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, because it's...
That's what my mom always says, and YouTube is no different.
Right. And plus, I do respect you for because for liking me, liking music, and even if people have different tastes in music, I can always respect their opinions. I never get mad at them unlike April. Because, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say, I have to try out Guitar Wolf at one point.
And I inspired you with certain things.
Sam, I'm surprised you didn't say, I have to try a Guitar Wolf eventually.
I tried Guitar Wolf eventually.
Well, they're actually from Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but they don't sound J-pop. No, they do not sound J-pop. They're like screaming in loud guitar music. They do not sound J-pop.
That sounds interesting.
This shit doesn't sound like J-pop in the words of Remy.
Yeah. And is there one last thing you like about me? You
didn't yell at me for my island going off like the Challenger.
And I'm glad you told me that you have anxiety, because I would never yell at you like that because you're so sensitive.
You didn't yell at me when I told you that my island just went off like the Challenger in independent living.
I would never do it because you gotta be independent. You're an adult. You do whatever you want.
Yes, and
that's why this is why I have staff here to help you.
I didn't purposely set my island on fire. It just happened like that. It just happened.
My biggest dream is for as of us, that we in the future, if it's up to you, when as we years go by, if you're really husband material, if you're up to you, it's gonna wait a long time, because
maybe at least when I'm 30.
Yeah, I figured why not, and
or maybe 40. I don't know.
I think 30 will be a good age too,
30. I don't think I'm the right age for this damn husband.
Well, but that's gonna wait, of course, because
yes.
I never rush into relationships. But the dream is I could have a room that's just like AVGN and all that, because you pretty much really love what I have here, all my stuff.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I guess I don't really have a basement myself, and that's why you'll notice that when I go into my house that I don't really have a basement.
And I guess I'm pretty much different than the other girls because I'm pretty much the only girl who's really big in video games.
Yes.
And I like a lot of these rock type musics and do as a let's player on YouTube and stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, well, that's all I could say for now in the relationship with the so I definitely probably read about that I was considered the best girlfriend for you. What do you think?
Yay! Yes.
And then pretty much
it'll take me a while, but I'll find the right girl.
And you did found the right girl.
Yeah.
So I'm the one for you. And I love you very much. So anyway, Barbie Fangirl 93 out.
Singer out.